Hello friends, I'm Ashley and today I'm going to be talking about A Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J. Maas. Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. I would not recommend reading. I would not recommend watching this video if you have not read the first 3 books in the series, kind of plus like the novella that becomes between A Court of Wings and Ruin and A Court of Silver Flames, because it's just like, you know, this is an extension of the story, the 4th book in the series, even though this is like the spinning off point to like another whole overarching plot line of the books, but it can be quite confusing. So yeah, I do not recommend, even though I don't get into major spoilers for the book itself, I do get into major spoilers for the books previous to this one. So let's get into it, shall we? Hello folks. I just woke up, clearly. My voice sounds particularly funny right now. I'm reading this, clearly I am reading this, and I didn't want to make this a vlog style format. I wanted to do like a review style video. You know, you sit down once in front of the camera and you look presentable and you get all your thoughts and feelings and how the book was written, but whatever. I was planning to do that, and every page I have way too many thoughts to write down. Like I have been flooding my group chat that I'm in, like flooding it with messages, and I feel bad. So I had to sit this way because I can actually rest my arm on the desk. But I tried going to this book with a open mind. You know, the last time I read these books, it was about 4 years ago, and like whenever the novella came out, and I was trying to keep an open mind. You know, like I'm older, I see things differently from 4 years ago, I was gonna say 20 years ago. And you know, I understand trauma. I have some myself, and I was like, okay, maybe I just don't understand Nesta's character because we've never gotten her point of view before. We've never found out what happened to her that makes her so different. We've, you know, like we've only ever had Freya's perspective, and like clearly that makes everything skewed to Freya's opinion. Even if like you as a reader try to be as objective as possible, you're still in Freya's head the entire time. It's just like, she is annoying me more than she did, like I remember she did in the original trilogy. She never stops being selfish. She truly thinks she's the only one that's ever been through this type of pain, and Freya's never done anything for her, never cared for her, never saw to anything that she needed. Yeah, Freya's apparently a selfish character. Okay, and then literally like 2 or 3 pages ago, she was just complaining about eating vegetables. That's weird. Why is there a bump in my blanket? Oh, it's a kitty. It's a kitty, that's why. There's a kitty in my blanket. Are you getting out? Kiki, you leaving? You leaving? Hi. You're so cute. So cute. So, you know what I'm reading. Whatever. Anyway, I read some information that I thought I'd never read. As can smell Cassian's erections. Also, something I never thought about, when Rhys and Freya have sex, you know, Rhys shakes mountains, right? So when they're in the city of Valeris, you know, in the city of the people they're supposed to rule over, they also feel that. Yeah. Yep. I never thought about that their whole city shakes. And so like the whole city must know when that happens, but apparently, yeah. And it's more of Nesta annoying me. She's just so shocked when she finds out other people go through trauma. So extremely shocked when she's like confronted with the fact. I don't think I said it in my last update, but Freya is making Nesta train with Cassian, and then after training she goes to work at the library in the mountain, in the House of Wind or whatever it's called. I don't remember. But You know, all the librarians there are like women who've gone through trauma and they like don't want to be in regular society or can't be in regular society. And so all of them have gone through something. And then like she was arguing with one of the librarians or priestess, and she was like, "Oh my god, this woman went through something terrible. I should feel bad, and I can't believe someone else went through something terrible." It's like, how can you be so self-centered your entire life like that? Like, I know people that selfish exist, but it's just like, it's so wild to me how so much about herself she is, you know? Oh, my babies. My two boys. That's my boys. That's my boys. Just my boys. Oh, can I get another boop? Give me another boop. Oh, I got two boops. The noses. I got two of them. Yeah. Oh my goodness. So cute. Just so cute. Kiki. Kiki. Hello. Kiki looks so comfy. Look at that one eye open. Look at that one eye open, Keeks. I got one kitty, then I got another kitty. I got one kitty, I got another kitty. And this one wants me to throw his pink ball. Ready? Yep. Oh, you caught it. Oh my gosh, you caught it, Mimi. 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 Come on, bring it up. Good boy. That's a good boy. Ready? Ready? Yep. Oh, you caught it again. Wow. You are so annoyed, aren't you? Yeah, I saw you close your eyes pretending like you're sleeping. I saw that, ma'am. Ready, Mimi? Uh-oh. Luna's freaking out. So we got a new Fae territory in the beginning of this book and like in the map, the Hela. And I was like, okay, we're gonna maybe get some Viking stuff in. And maybe Sarah J. Maas just watched Thor Ragnarok, because now they are talking about Valkyries. And they're saying they died out, but I'm assuming since there was such an emphasis on it that they did not die out. And I'm really hoping we get to see that. Like, oh my gosh, I'm hoping we get to see that. Why don't you look over here, give me cuddles? Oh, good cuddle? You want cuddle? Oh, yeah. Oh, I love you. Yeah. I love you. That's what I'm doing to me. Crazy girl. Crazy girl. Yeah. I love you. So I just read a really intense scene. I haven't updated. I've gotten quite a bit into the book and I haven't updated because I've actually been enjoying Nesta. She hasn't been annoying me. She's actually realized that she's not the only person in the world. You know, I'm just gonna say this is like a more adult version of Court of Mist and Fury, the second book in the series. If you like that book, I highly suggest reading this. Like, yeah, Nesta's really annoying in the beginning, but she might turn into one of my favorite characters, which is not something that I was anticipating. I thought, you know, I'd like deal with her, like get to know her. Yeah, I do think she still acted ridiculous, but now that more time is going on and more things are happening, yeah. So there is a lizard right. Oh, where'd it go? Okay, you can kind of see it. Like, right... I don't know where my finger is. Okay, right there. And he is losing his mind over it. Two kitties in the window about to fight. that? What in the world is going on right now? So the Valkyrie thing is very much coming into the story, and Nesta is kind of just like making her own Valkyrie little female army, and this whole story is kind of like what once was will be again. Like the Valkyries, like Nesta and all the women that are training are like becoming Valkyries, but they're like own version because Cassian and Az are training them, so like it's Illyrian and Valkyrie that they're learning from. And then there's like magical swords that are coming into play again, and like old powerful objects and like just ancient things that are like being like reborn or remade or made new type thing. And it's very like, I love how it's going. Nesta is definitely becoming one of my favorite characters. She's like the most human, complex character I think I've ever read, and like this is definitely Sarah J. Maas' like best work. And like I know people have like a stigma about Sarah J. Maas, but there's something wholly different about this book that I can't quite put my finger on. Maybe it's because it's like truly adult. Like Crescent City felt a little kosher sometimes, you know, like not kosher, what's the word, like censored, a little censored. This book is not censored. This book has all the adult language and scenes, and it goes there. It goes to the place that you always wanted it to go. You know what I'm saying? And then, so each of the 3 books that are coming out now, this one, the next one, and the third one, and like this new trilogy is like each book is supposed to be focusing on like different characters. So this one is Nesta and Cassian's story, and then everyone believes that the next one is gonna be Morgan's. And I think that one of the women that's training with Nesta is going to be Moore's love interest, and like I'm so excited. Oh my god. Oh, if that's really gonna happen, I'm gonna lose my mind. And I think it's gonna happen. So I just heard about the ACOTAR TV show. Do I want it? No, I don't. I do not want it. If it was an animated TV show, hell yeah, that would be sick. But considering everything, it's probably gonna suck unless they have a giant CGI budget and like costume budget and set budget. I can't see it being good. It's being picked up by Hulu, not HBO. Okay, it's gonna suck. It's gonna suck. Hulu has sucked since Disney picked it up, and that's that on that. So I don't believe I did an ending clip. I haven't edited the footage, so if I keep repeating the same thing, I do apologize. But yes, so Nesta is now one of my favorite characters of Sarah J. Maas. In the beginning, like in the original trilogy, I truly hated Nesta. Like I said, I do remember saying that I tried to go into this book with like an open mind. First 100 pages, she was just completely and utterly annoying in a way that I can't even describe. One of my favorite books too. It's very adult. Like if you loved A Court of Mist and Fury, this is definitely like the adult version. Like, you know, there's a lot of smut and adult themes in that book, plus like their ages are adult, but it's still labeled YA. And like sometimes with Sarah J. Maas previous books, you could tell that she could never like say the things that she wanted to say. Like it would skirt around like a certain word, or like it wouldn't go into detail for certain scenes. And like in this book, it definitely goes into all the details. Like the details are there, the words are there, they are here, they are there, and they mean what they mean. Probably one of my favorite aspects of this book is like the female friendships. They're just like so pure and beautiful, and like there's no questioning it. Like they're wonderful. Like truly wonderful. Like I will 100% rely on you, and I'll 100% like kill someone with you if you need me to. And that happens. So the one thing that definitely bothered me for the entire book is that there's like another war plot happening, and it does feel a little forced, I have to say. Like I just wish Sarah J. Maas would just like write a character-driven book. Like obviously her books are already character-driven. Like the plot in this one felt like it just like needed to be thrown in there, and it was like, here's the plot. Do you see the plot? It's here. It exists. And like Cassian has to like pretend to be like a courtier, like a person in the courts that like plays the mind games, and you know, that's not Cassian. He like wears his heart on his sleeve. He, you know, tells the truth. He like reveals things with his body language. And you know, that's kind of like the whole point of Nesta. Nesta's like great at being like a person of the court, and like she picks up where he lacks, but it's kind of like, I don't know, I'd be fine without like the whole war plot line. We got presented with Rhys possibly becoming a conqueror and like becoming the high king of all of the fairylands, not just like a high lord, so like all the other high lords would have to like kneel to him and Farah, and like that could have been the plot. That could have been the plot right there. Like we don't need the bone weaver or the bone carver and the weaver's brother like having to be a villain. I don't think that was necessary, or the human queen that turned fae. Like it felt very forced. It felt very forced, and I could have really done without it. But yeah, after this book, I really want to read some more female warrior books, because we got the whole Valkyrie thing that happened, and like I just want to read more of that. Like I know it's going to be more in the next couple books, and I just want to read more and more books that are female warrior based. Like, but yeah, this is definitely up there with like what my favorite Sarah J Maas books are. You know, I think the main reason why I didn't like Nesta in the last couple books is because she kind of reminds me of myself, and I kind of hate reading about characters that remind me of myself. Like the one thing you can always guarantee with a Sarah J Maas book is that the main female character is going to be very able-bodied. She's going to be strong. She's going to be the most powerful, and she's going to have like a love interest that will like do anything for her. And that's, you know, very different from me. I got some illnesses that make my body not able. I can't do normal everyday stuff every day, and I haven't had a relationship, like a romantic relationship, in many years, and it's just nice like reading something that's very different from me. I don't know. But yeah, no one was shocked more than I was that Nesta became like one of my favorite characters, generally because I couldn't stop complaining to a few of my friends of how much Nesta was annoying me. Thankfully, you know, Nesta will never stop being the biggest biatch in the world, but she knows not to be the biggest biatch for no reason to her family anymore. So that's pretty great. She knows if she's in a mood just to separate herself from her family before she goes off on them. And like, same, I have to do that. I have to be like, you know what? I'm gonna freak out for no reason, so I'm gonna remove myself from the situation, and I'll talk to y'all tomorrow after I had a good sleep. Anyway, I highly suggest reading this book if you liked A Court of Mist and Fury. And I'm gonna go and I'm gonna sleep, because I sleep when I'm not in front of the camera. Bye!